In this episode, we're going to talk about AI tools started by indie hacker Twitter influencer Damon Chen and how he was able to grow his tool to over $40,000 in monthly recurring revenue using organic social media content. And the most interesting part about this account is that the content creator almost never talks in any of the videos. And just overall, this account has become an icon within the social media marketing space and has now become a case study on how to successfully market on social media without doing anything too fancy. Now, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Andrew, and between my co-host and I, we have over 1 million followers on social media. And I've also helped tech software startups scale their business to millions of impressions per month using organic social media. Overall, we just love talking about what makes businesses go viral on social media. So if that sounds good to you, please sit back and enjoy the episode. All right, so the account I want to talk about today is one called PDF.ai. Now, for those of you out there that don't know PDF.ai, it was basically started by this indie hacker influencer called Damon Chen. And essentially, the app is a tool that is an AI tool that allows you to chat with PDF with a ChatGPT-like interface. So all I had to do is you upload a PDF file, the AI will scan the PDF file, and then eventually after a couple seconds to a minute or something, you'll be able to chat in a chat box with a ChatGPT-like interface and ask the question, be like, oh, what is this PDF about? What year was XYZ created? Blah, 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 whatever's within PDF. And the account started in May of 2023 and have since grown to over 40,000 followers on social media and generate over millions and millions of impressions per month. And the funniest part is Damon used to document how much his tools make, but he stopped documenting how much this tool makes. And the last time he talked about this tool, I think it was at roughly 50K MRR. So who knows what it's at today, but let's just say it's making a decent amount of money. We don't know exactly how much it makes anymore because he no longer documents it. And that's when you know. That's when you know something's making a lot of money, when people stop talking about it and stuff. But
building in public and sharing revenue is all cool until it becomes too big and you're like, all right, now this is a security issue.
Until it becomes too big where it's people are like, hey bro, you're making a lot of money off of this. And competitors start coming in and stuff. You start becoming the enemy of everyone, being like, why do you make so much money and stuff? Yeah. But this tool is interesting because it targets the college student and graduate student audience, right? A demographic that generally uses a lot of research papers, like PDF papers. They have to do a lot of readings on a weekly basis, understand them, grind through their papers, and basically write reports about them. And what's interesting about PDF.ai is they were at one point one of my clients, and I actually helped this account find their content creator, kickstart their account, and basically, I don't want to say get to where it is today, but basically I helped kickstart the account, and eventually, we parted ways, but the creator still works with the account and have taken it to extreme heights that I don't even know if I could have taken it to if I was still managing that account with the content creator and stuff. But one interesting thing to note about this account is that the creator almost never speaks in any of their videos, which is a very simple strategy if you think about it. Most of the videos on their account are just these, number one, POV skits in which they're plugging a tool with, the video starts out with a hook on the screen, a text hook and stuff, then it goes into the product plug, fast cuts, trendy music, get straight to the point and stuff, and these videos will generate millions and millions of impressions. The other type of videos this account will make is just relatable, funny, entertaining content for graduate students, right? And the creator, like I said, never talks in any of these videos. It's all just with trendy music and funny sounds attached to it. And I think that's a strategy that we have seen a lot with most of these software SaaS tools, which is just get to the point, entertain the audience and also plug your product. You don't need to do anything fancy. You just need to have trendy music, fast cuts, and a product that actually solves a problem that ideally also has a wow factor when people are viewing the video and stuff. And another thing that also helped this account quite a bit is some people actually think the tool is controversial because, again, once you get into the whole ed tech space, educational technology, many people start questioning the morality of tools, right? This is something we have seen with Jenny.ai, TurboLearn.ai, in which people are like, is this hurting education, harming students' ability to basically learn an educational setting? While PDF.ai, another thing that people argue about is that, how are PhD students, medical students, grad students not reading research papers anymore, right? We're now impeding their ability to learn a graduate setting and stuff. Now, again, I don't want to get into where I think this is right or wrong. Personally, if I was a graduate student today, I'll probably use it because, your boy,
100%.
Your boy just trying to, finish school and stuff. Because if I learned anything, for most graduate programs at least, I'm not saying all of them, right? A lot of them, if you're going to med school, please learn your shit, all right? I don't want to die in the future. And I don't want to go to the medical office and have my doctor be like, yeah, you see this this tool called PF.AI while it's in grad school really helped me get through everything. I'll be like, oh, no. But if you're doing like a PhD in like, I don't want to talk shit right now, but you're doing a PhD in like communications or something like that, like, do what you gotta do, get through school. It's such a that sort.
Basically, if your PhD or your research program isn't something where someone's human life is not on the line, it's chill. You know. But once again, we're not the morality police. We're a business podcast. We're a business YouTube channel. You do whatever you want. We're here to help you grow your business.
Exactly. So overall, we talked about this format a lot on this channel, right? So I don't want to cover too much on this count. But POV skits, again, fast, trendy music with fast cuts, text hook on the screen, visual hook in the beginning. They immediately go into a product plug. Those videos do phenomenally well for SaaS tools generally, but the creator also needs to be good at acting as well. Like they don't always work for everyone, but when they do work, they work very well, right? And there are half of the videos on the account are just these generally entertaining videos for the audience, so people don't just know your account that likes plugging a tool. They'll also keep coming back and watching your videos, and it's always very important to have that balance because if it's just an account that's plugging a tool, eventually people get sick of your account. They know the content you're going to be making, so you always want to have a balance of content that's entertaining the audience or educating the audience and content that's plugging the product. Second thing is the creator is also a voice of authority in the space. She is a PhD graduate from the Ivy League college, and this is also just greatly beneficial because the content she makes, number one, you feel like you're listening to a voice of authority, and number two, she understands the audience, right? She knows what the audience needs, what's relatable to them that you probably wouldn't know unless you were once a graduate student yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to this other channel that we talked about on this channel as well. That's called the Bracelets app video. Basically, like this guy is like an Asian dude in his 20s that's making content to appeal to Taylor Swift, who stereotypically, like Taylor Swift fans are not Asian dudes in their mid to late 20s. And it's like, same with this girl. It's like could you try and build content and make content for this graduate student space without actually being a graduate student? Sure. But I think some creators are able to do that. Some marketers are able to do that where they can like pretend to be someone for like the marketing's sake. But I do think the vast majority of marketers are not like that. And I think being able to be a voice of authority or being able to hire someone that is a voice of authority in that space, it makes the process way easier to make marketing content that actually does well with that specific audience. Because I feel like these days, especially the younger generation, like our bullshit radar is pretty good. We can find when someone's lying. We can find when someone's like faking something. So highly recommend, if you can, try to get some voice of authority to help you out or make your content fully.
And also it's just, you're battling an uphill battle, right? Like make your life easier for yourself. Mm-hmm. If you're not the target audience or you're not very knowledgeable in the space, sometimes it's just be easier to find someone that is. For example, Thomas, do you know what PI is in a graduate setting? You might.
I know what a PI is. I can't even tell you what the
acronym stands for.
What this word stands for, but I know what a PI is.
I didn't either. I just Googled it because, for reference, go to one of my clients, so I saw a lot of videos that they're making something related to PI, right? I was like, what the hell is a PI? PI is a principal investigator. In graduate school, is a faculty member or research scientist who is responsible for the preparation, conduct, and administration of a research project. What the fuck? You know, I would have no idea what that is if I had to create content for this brand and stuff. Yeah. But on that note, I think something that we can cover in this video that goes a little beyond what we've done in the past is I can talk about, again, they're one of my clients. I can talk about my thought process of how I went about to finding this creator for PDF.ai and just getting right into it. When I was, working with Damon, he basically wasn't too sure which target audience he wanted to target in the beginning. And he gave me a couple of target audiences, right? He was like, oh, we can go after like working professionals, lawyers, real estate agents, and stuff that probably had to process a lot of contracts because, lawyers are dealing with a lot of contracts. Real estate agents also have to deal with a lot of contracts. And, when contracts it can get very detailed, very messy. And it'll be nice to have something that's able to quickly digest the contract. And you can ask questions about like, hey, is there a indemnification clause within the contract or whatever, such as that sort of stuff, right? But I was thinking about it another way where I was like, what is an audience that would need this tool very consistently on a weekly basis? What is an audience that the pain point is very consistent that people will want to keep coming back to it? And for me, the one I came across was PhD students. Because like I said, PhD students, they're reading a lot of research paper on a weekly basis. And because they're doing that, I can see them being like, oh, this is something that I need to have like on a weekly basis. And it'll make sense to subscribe to a monthly subscription to a tool that I'll be using so often. But the thing is that like, if I make a tool out there that people only need once in a while, and Thomas, you and I have ran into this problem where one of the tools we're making was a AI mock interviewing tool. The only point some people want to use a AI mock interviewing tool was when they had an interview coming up. If they didn't, why would they need to do mock interviews? I think it's something to think about if you're out there, you're not too sure who your target audience is. Generally, you want to pick a target audience where the pain point is deep enough, but also on a very consistent basis, especially if you have a subscription product as well.
Yeah, I think that's really important because sure, like you can still try to market a tool that's like a very point in time, like kind of like our interviewing tool. You can still use social media to market to that audience, but the downside to that is the fact that it's harder to see the effects of your marketing, the attribution of your marketing, because somebody could see your video maybe 6 months before this particular event where they actually need your tool. So it makes it difficult to get that initial momentum and to get that initial flywheel rolling to validate your product and your marketing for that product. So if possible, try to find that audience that's going to use your product more regularly to just get a more immediate signal, especially in the early days when you're still finding that initial product market fit with your product.
Exactly. And the second thing I want to talk about is how I went about and I found this creator. So once I decided, I'm like, okay, PhD, great audience. Let's go try to find a creator. What I like doing at this point to find a content creator for a brand is I like going on TikTok. And what I do and why TikTok is great is because the TikTok search is actually pretty phenomenal in terms of finding what type of content you want to be seeing. Like SEO is a pretty built out thing on TikTok and stuff. So I think I literally went to TikTok, I type in PhD tips into the search bar, and I literally just start scrolling down the page and looking at different videos. Because I know all those videos are going to be videos about PhD tips, or at least within the PhD realm. And once in a while you get a video that isn't really in that realm and stuff, but most of the videos are going to be for the PhD audience. And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, most of the creators that are making those videos are people who have experience in being a graduate student or PhD student and stuff, right? Because if you're making content for a PhD audience, there's a good chance you're a PhD student yourself. And from that point on, all I did was I went through all different videos until, and I'll look through each of these different profiles. I generally like finding creators with at least 10,000 in following, just because if you have 10K following, it usually means that you had at least one video go viral on your account. And I think it's very important to hire a content creator who has had a video go viral before. And the reason for that is because they have seen what it's like to go viral and they know it's not that deep. There's a lot of simple components that goes into videos that makes a video go viral. And what I've seen in the past with creators that have gone viral before and creators that haven't gone viral before, because I've worked with creators, small, medium, and large, is a lot of times the smaller creators, they try to overcomplicate the videos, adding too many edits, too many jump cuts, too many flash cuts and stuff, thinking that like these different retention hacks or making video highly edited, doing very extreme eye-catching things are what makes videos go viral. It's like, does your video make people want to watch the video? A lot of times it's as simple as that. It really is. Does your video add value? Does it entertain? Does it educate? Build an emotional connection with the audience? If it does, and it strikes a chord, it has a broad appeal, yeah, then the video has a good chance of going viral. Also, a lot of it is just volume. You post enough videos, eventually something will take off as well. So anyway, that's why I usually have the 10,000 follower as like a minimum criteria, because I think it's very important that these creators have seen what it's like to go viral on social media. So that's how I stumbled across Sam L, which is a lifestyle creator. So she makes a lot of like vlog content about like her day in her life, what she's doing and stuff, relationship videos, her traveling to different countries, her thoughts on like different things in life, corporate life videos as well. She does like a couple things about career tips as well. And one thing that we have seen is lifestyle creators are generally pretty good for creating, customized content for your brand. And the reason for that is because lifestyle creators make a variety of content, right? They do a lot of like trending stuff. They can do vlogs. They can make more highly edited videos as well. Usually, they want to do like these like, cutesy lifestyle videos and stuff. And we think it's very important that when you hire a creator, they know how to make a variety of content. And the reason for this is because they can test out different things, different formats, different topics to see what works for your brand, your product, and also the creator that's creating content for your brand. Because we have worked with creators in the past where they only know how to make one type of content. So when that type of content doesn't work for the account, they don't know what to do next, because that's the only thing they know how to do. But lifestyle creators, not always, definitely check. The reason I say lifestyle creators is just a broader way of saying like, hey, creators that can make a variety of content, and generally these are the lifestyle creators, is that like they're able to just like test a variety of different content pieces. So with Sam, when she came over and I hired her on, she was starting out, she was making like talking head videos, she's making like, trendy skits and stuff. And then we saw that she was very good at like acting acting and making these type of like very quick POV skits and stuff. So we doubled down on that, and that's just kind of how the account went viral. And that's all they do today. They don't do anything else. They don't do talking and videos. They don't do like any vlog type of content stuff. All the account is at this point, it's just entertaining videos of just her acting out something, a scenario, and where the scenario is just for pure entertainment or has a product plug within it and stuff. So that's something I want to talk about. Having at least 10,000 followers is very important, just because, again, we want to see that the creator has know how to go viral at least once. And lifestyle creators, they're more flexible in the content they know how to make. They'll be able to test out different formats and styles for your brand.
By the way, if you're a founder that is interested in marketing your product on social media, then you want to check out the contentmarketingblueprint.com. It's a database of SaaS products that have successfully grown and marketed themselves on social media, and we track the accounts and all of their formats that they're posting, so you can filter down all the accounts and formats by their niche to see what exactly is working for other products in the niche that you're interested in. So you can check it out at the contentmarketingblueprint.com. Great example of this is the fact that, you know, Andrew makes a lot of great videos, great skits, great funny videos to plug products. He has regularly made multiple of these types of videos go really viral, like millions of views. I've tried making the same type of content on my own account, on products that I personally built, never went viral. It was just not the content that I was good at. And also vice versa. I have made a pretty good amount of content that goes pretty viral just by yapping, just talking like crazy, talking head videos. Whereas for Andrew, not as much. And it's not to say that he's a better creator than I am or he is. And it's not to say that I'm a better creator than he is. It's more so about you have to find what style works for you and also works for your business. And like Andrew just mentioned with PDF.ai, they found early on that Sam does really well with skits. And you also
no, she doesn't do that well with talking heads. She does a lot of talking heads on her own personal account, but for PDF.ai, all the accounts, all the videos that went off were the skits videos and stuff. Yeah.
Got it.
She's not bad at talking heads,
so you can see it's just like in the...
She's not bad at it, but...
Right. But for PDF.ai specifically, they saw that skits is what did really, really well. Skits, funny content in general. So then you can just double, triple, quadruple down on it, whatever you want to say. So in the end, in the beginning, when you're establishing your initial pieces of content, trying to establish your social media account, really figure out like what is the right format, what is the right content for you, your creator, and your business. And that's going to take a long time. Like for example, for Sam and PDF.ai, it seems like it happened relatively quickly, and that's great for them, but I wouldn't say it's also the norm. I think it takes a while for, you know, the algorithm to warm up to the account, for the account to find that right content. So this can take weeks or months at a time. So just get ready for the grind, because it's not going to come easy. But I think once you do figure it out, it's like a light bulb moment, and then the marketing funnel becomes way easier.
I think like just to add to that, it goes back to idea of like, and I think this applies to like business entrepreneurship as well, where there's like product founder fit, there's also like content creator fit, right? Know thyself, know who you are, know what type of content you naturally lean into, because everyone out there that creates content, you will have a content format that naturally just works for you and comes more natural to you as well. For me, it's skits. For Thomas, it's like talking head yapping these videos. Unfortunately, I don't have that talent where people like listening to me narrate and yap on the camera and stuff. Very unfortunate. I wish I could do that and stuff. But know thyself. Know who you are. Know what type of content works for you naturally. And when you find that, you can double down on that and try to find a way to put the product into video as well. Yeah, don't try to force something if it just isn't working. Because sometimes you're just not that guy or girl. And that's fine. You'll find a format that is like fits like your natural style. All right.
Agreed.
Is that a wrap? That's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
See you guys.
See you in the next one.